And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video we're going to be taking a look ahead, of course, as Rangers take on Real Betis tomorrow. And it does look like we have got a big update with regards to one of our key players, and it doesn't look like good news. However, as I said, we'll go into it a bit later on in today's video, whilst also discussing, of course, the Europa League opposition and the match tomorrow night at Ibrox as Rangers take on Real Betis in the opening match of the Europa League group stage campaign. However, just before we do get in to discuss our situation, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it and I watched a bit of the highlights with regards to Feyenoord and Celtic yesterday. And one thing I want to say on here is we're very, very bad. That's the only sort of thing I got from that game, is how bad we actually are. Celtic are not good this season, and we've ended up losing to them at Ibrox. They're playing against a team, I mean, Feyenoord just didn't look good at all, did they? They were like the Dutch champions last year, better team than PSV. We got pumped by PSV 5-1. Still can't get over that. But yeah, the best team in Holland, that being Feyenoord last season, just didn't look good at all against Celtic, really. And it didn't take Celtic till 9 men. Celtic didn't look good either. And it's just one of those situations. I'm just thinking, well, Celtic are bad this year, but are we even worse? Is that the situation that we're in? It's a shame that we can't capitalise on them being so bad. They've got another 2 players out suspended. They're in an absolute injury exodus, and we still find ourselves so far behind them in the league table. It's so unfortunate. But let's just hope we can get a bit of the rub of the green and go forward and try and just win our next 4 home games and just try, of course, close that gap between us and Celtic and go on and win the title, because this is the weakest Celtic are actually going to be this season, and we need to capitalise. We need a bit of rub of the green in terms of other teams around us to take points off of them. But just, that game yesterday literally just showed me how bad we are. That's all it told me. It just showed me how bad we are, that we're still behind in the league table, losing 2 games from our opening 5 or so. So yeah, it's been very, very unfortunate, but that's all it told me in the Champions League yesterday. But anyway, enough about them and their performances yesterday. We've of course got our opening match in the Europa League. We take on Real Betis, and this is a game that is very, very important for us. I've spoke a lot about the Europa League in terms of how important it is to come top of your group. Finishing top of your group allows you to park up Europe until March. You go straight into the round of 16. You'll be seeded. You avoid this sort of Champions League dropouts, and plus you do get an extra £1.2 million to go into the sort of kitty as well. So it is very, very important to finish first. And if we look at it, I know it doesn't work out like that in terms of the group stage. Things just change. However, when you look at the groups, or the teams in our group at the moment, you would expect Rangers and Real Betis to be the favourites to progress. It probably won't be the case, but you do expect it to be the case. So us winning these home games, or this home game against Real Betis, is very, very important. And as I said, hopefully we can make a good account for ourselves at Ibrox. We've beaten bigger and better teams at Ibrox in this competition. So we should, as the saying goes, fear no foe going into the clash. However, despite that situation, there is a bit of big Nico Raskin news. Now, over the last week, we've had a bit of injury news. Of course, seen Danilo go off at the weekend. We've got the update from Todd Campbell that he's going to be out injured. Kieran Dow is injured. Stephen Davis is still injured. And now it looks like there is something wrong with Nico Raskin. So, ahead of, or in the training before the game today, of course, or for the game tomorrow, should I say, Nico Raskin has not been spotted in training. Now, usually this would spark a problem. This is usually meaning that he will be unavailable for the clash, for the first part of the training. Now, Michael Beale will, of course, address the media later on today, so we will get our answers there. But as I said, Sky Sports and all the other sort of publicists in and around and are reporting on it are stating that it could be an injury problem there to Nico Raskin, and that's why he isn't featuring. However, we will get the confirmed news later on today when Bill does address the media ahead of the game against Real Betis. But if Nico Raskin is injured, that is yet another big blow. I'm talking about probably the only thing we've got right this year. Our defence is crap, our attack's crap. The midfield is probably, and midfield and goalkeeper position is actually something that I'm actually proud of being a Rangers fan. But now losing Todd Cantwell, Nico Raskin, Kieran Dow, it just makes things just so frustrating. So I'm hoping for the best, and I'm hoping that he isn't injured, but it does look like he could be missing tomorrow, which would be super frustrating. And fingers crossed that Nico Raskin's okay, because he's a big key player for us and definitely would make the difference going into that game against Real Betis tomorrow. Now, in terms of other stuff, as I said, Michael Beale will address the media later, so we'll get our updates with regards to team news and how he goes into this game as well. So we'll find out in today's second part of the video. We'll discuss all of the sort of preview for the match. However, as I said, if you missed yesterday's video, Real Betis seemed to be getting the rub of the green with their injury problems, as they had received a huge injury boost ahead of the clash. Basically, there was talk that their goalkeeper, they would be without a first or second goalkeeper, and they would be fielding their Real Betis B goalkeeper who plays in the 4th division. However, they have had a boost, and it does look like Bravo has returned back to training again and should be ready to go for that game against Rangers. They're also got their captain back as well, Andres Guardado. They've also got William Carvalho back as well, who is another key player for them, and they've also got their right back as well, which is Aita Rabble. Again, so he come back from an appendix operation. So whilst we're looking like we're getting a few injury blows, and it looks like we're getting a couple players going onto the sidelines, they've had some players return back again. Which is good news for them, but yeah, unfortunate for us, I suppose, just because of our injury crisis. And now it looks like Nico Raskin could be missing for the game as well. But yeah, that's all I've really got for you today, guys. As I said, there will be more updates later on today when Michael Beale does address the media, and fingers crossed he's just late for work or something like that, and it isn't an injury or something. I really hope it isn't, because he is key to us, Nico Raskin. But having said that, look, I really do hope we can go out there and give a good account of ourselves tomorrow at Ibrox. You know what it's like, the Ibrox nights, Thursday nights, they seem to fry, the fans get behind the team. And as I said, we've beat bigger, badder oppositions in the past in this competition at this stadium. So I really do hope we can go out there and show a good account for ourselves and really get that winning feeling going through the football club, because we're in dire need of it. We need that consistency. We need to keep going in a win and run, especially the 4 home games that we've got in a row here. It's enough time to build that gel the team, build that consistency, and hopefully, as I say, teams in and around us can do us a job with regards to Celtic, because that Celtic team are not good at the moment. The problem is we're just even crapper. That's the situation, and I laugh because if I didn't laugh I'd just cry, but that's the situation we're in at the moment. We're just crapper. This league title could be ours this year, but we're just not good enough either. So I'm hoping we turn over a new page. We can carry on and add to our win against St Johnstone at the weekend there. And yeah, go on and win and run and try and qualify top of this group and go top of the Scottish Premiership. But that's all I've got for you today for the first part of the upload, guys. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.